Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mrs. Russell's third grade classroom. I am really enjoying your children this year. They are sweethearts. You have done a fantastic job raising them. They're so sweet and kind to one another and very helpful. Um, I just want to start off by giving you a little bit of background about myself. I am a Massachusetts certified teacher. I have been teaching for over 15 years. I am qualified to be a reading specialist. I have a wonderful husband of 22 years, and I have three beautiful children that God has blessed me with. They are here in the school with me. Um, One of my children has been through the Discovery program, and it has been super beneficial to them. So if you have any questions about that, I'd be more than happy to answer that. Um, but I am always available. My door is always open. Um, So let's talk about what's going to happen in third grade. All right, our schedule, we have so much to do. We have 10 more minutes each session of Spanish that we have, and that happens twice a week. We also have an added time of music than they had last year, and we are taking longer with mask breaks and going to and from places because we're sanitizing all over the place. So it's super important that they are here and in their seats by 7:55. Please, 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 please have them here for that. We start off the morning doing morning work, and that's a time where I can touch base with the students and give them any extra help that they need. Then we go into Bible, and then we go into reading. And we have our snack time and bathroom break, and that's a mask break as well. Um, then we go back and do some more reading. Then we have math. And then depending on the day, we have English or special or sometimes science. And then the afternoons, our afternoons go pretty fast because by the time we come back from lunch, we have just an hour. And so we have usually science, sometimes a special, depending on the day of the week. On Mondays, we have library. And Tuesday, we have Spanish and music. Wednesday, we have technology. Thursday, we have music. Friday, we have chapel, art, and Spanish. I'm not exactly sure what she has planned for this year, but I have learned to dress my children in kind of an older top on art days because sometimes they get a little messy. Um, Snack is at 10 o'clock and lunch is at 12:32, and then we have recess right after that. Homework, you're going to see some things coming home like you see on the left, excuse me. You have list number, that's going to be your spelling words. There are going to be 20 words that they have to know, and then there'll be two bonus words, which are the books of the Bible. The test will be on Fridays for that. Then you have reflex, and that's going to be reflex math. That's going to be required to be done 3 times a week. And that goes Monday through Sunday. I check it on Mondays to see if it's been done for the previous week. So Monday starts a fresh new week. They just sign in their book on the days that they've done it, please, because Reflex has not been the best about recording when it's been done. They need to do reflex math until it's going to look like a circle with a bullseye in the middle. When the bullseye turns green in the middle, that means that they're done. Memory verses are going to be due on Friday. I have sent an email home that has the lists for spelling for the whole year and all the memory verses for the whole year. So if you did not get that, let me know. But if it's anything like my house, you just may not always have them around. They get lost in folders, they get lost in backpacks. So I have sent them home for the whole entire year. Bible lesson tests will come home on Wednesday nights. The test will be on Thursday. And then we're going to be starting, instead of a book report, we're going to do some reading journals where they're required to read for 15 minutes and 5 minutes of that needs to be read aloud. And then they're going to journal about it Anywhere between 3 to 5 sentences will be the minimum. I will send specific instructions home when I get a better feel about where they're at, but that'll start in the next couple of weeks. Um, Science and social studies, we're doing science the first half of the year and then social studies the second half of the year. Um, and they will get tests on that probably every couple of weeks at the very least. And they will have the papers to study for that at least 2 nights beforehand. I try to do it even more, but sometimes it is only 2 nights. And I try to email those home as well so that if they do get lost, you do have them, or if you want to check for accuracy, because they make their own study guides. We go over it, but sometimes it could be a little sketchy. So I make sure I send home the right information. When you get the homework journals, you're going to see that there's a place to sign over on the left. In the dates, I just want you to write your initials or sign it. Do not do it over on the right hand side, please. There's a reason it's just faster when I am going down for the day, just to put the stamp in over on that part. So please sign over on the date. Yes, you're going to be writing over some words. That's fine. When the students bring it back the next day and it's signed, then I will put a stamp on it, and when they get 10 stamps, they get a prize. And in the past, I have done, they get 100 stamps, then they get a special prize at the end of the year. I plan on doing that as long as we are in school for the remainder of the year. COVID precautions. We have our masks on at all times unless we are in the designated areas. At our desks are separated by 4 feet. The protocol is that it's at least 3 feet apart. Then we go to designated areas for mask breaks, and we are 6 feet apart before we can take our masks off. Please make sure that your child's mask fits properly so they're not fussing with it. They just, the less they touch it, the better. So it needs to go over their ears, not over their heads like a gator, or there's some masks that have the ear things, but it's also going over the head. It's much better if they just go over the ears so they can just slip it off without touching their face. We eat outside as much as possible. The cafeteria has dividers. Some fantastic gentlemen made these barriers for us to keep us safe, but it's so much nicer to be able to go outside and be able to talk to each other. So we will be doing that for as long as the weather holds out. We are sanitizing our hands. We sanitize when we come in the classroom. We sanitize when we leave the classroom. We sanitize before we go out. When we come back in, it's a ton of sanitizing. The desks are cleaned every day, and the materials that they've been touching get either sprayed down and washed, or they're sanitized every day. They're using their own materials. There's no sharing of glue, scissors, anything like that. Only the kids from the cohort are allowed on the playground equipment, so we switch off. So 1 week the younger cohort gets to use it, and the next week the older cohort gets to use it. And we are only allowed in our own cohort hallway. And they are all seated near the same students in my class and in each of the specials as well, and in line as well. In the event of a school closure due to COVID, or if your child is out due to quarantine or something along those lines, we are setting up Google Classroom for them to use. They're working on these skills in technology, and I will also be assigning some homework with assignments, and I will be making videos and PowerPoints of lessons for them to use. Food, birthday treats, they must be brought in store-bought, individually wrapped. Please keep in mind we have nut and peanut allergies in the room, and if your child has any allergies, please let me know. In science, we'll be having popsicles. I make brownies with them. We do experiments with chocolate. And in Bible, we test out crackers, dates, olives, and pomegranates. If you have any questions or any needs, please contact me at rrussell@pvcama.org, and my number is 413-726-8620 if you need to text me. I cannot get phone calls in the classroom because I just don't have reception. So just text me there is best.